A question that comes when you have done everything right and the situation is still toxic. How do I leave? Not how do I win? Not how do I fix them? Not how do I get closure? How do I walk away clean? Without revenge, without bitterness, without becoming the very thing I am leaving. The ethics of walking away. How to leave toxic situations without becoming toxic yourself. Not a dramatic exit, not a revenge fantasy, not a collapse, a clean departure. Stay with me. Here is the truth that no one tells you about walking away. Most people think leaving is one moment, the confrontation, the final words, the door slam. That is not leaving. That is theater. Leaving is not a moment. Leaving is a process. And the process has 3 phases. Phase 1, the recognition. You realize this situation cannot be fixed from the inside. Phase 2, the detachment. You slowly untangle your life, your emotions, and your identity from the situation. Phase 3, the departure. You physically or structurally leave, and you do not go back. Most people get stuck in phase 1. They recognize the toxicity, but they stay, hoping to fix it, hoping for an apology, hoping for change. Others skip to phase 3 without doing phase 2. They leave dramatically, but they carry the toxicity with them. They are free in location, but not in spirit. The ethical walkaway does all 3 phases, in order, with intention. That is what we are building here. Let me ask you something hard. Are you staying in a toxic situation because you believe you can fix it? Because here is the painful truth. You cannot fix a situation you did not break. If someone is manipulating you, you did not cause it. You cannot control it, and you cannot cure it. The only person who can change a manipulator is the manipulator themselves, and they rarely do. So staying is not noble. Staying is not loyal. Staying is not loving. Staying is self-abandonment. Every day you stay in a toxic situation, you are telling yourself, my peace does not matter as much as their potential. That is not kindness. That is sacrifice without cause. The ethical walkaway understands something crucial. Leaving is not giving up. Leaving is choosing yourself. And choosing yourself is not selfish. It is necessary. So how do you know when it is time to leave? That answer is coming, and it is simpler than you think. Here is your permission and your clarity. You should consider leaving when any of these 5 conditions are met. 1. The pattern has not changed after you communicated it. You have said it clearly. You have set boundaries. The behavior continues, not once, not twice, consistently. 2. You feel smaller after interactions than before. Not challenged, not stretched. Smaller, diminished, drained. That is not growth. That is erosion. 3. You are staying out of fear, guilt, or obligation, not love, joy, or growth. Fear of what they will do, guilt about leaving, obligation because of history. None of these are reasons to stay. They are chains. 4. You have started using their tactics to survive. You are lying to avoid conflict. You are manipulating to get peace. You are becoming someone you do not recognize. That is not adaptation. That is infection. 5. You have imagined your life without them and felt relief. Not sadness, not grief. Relief. Your body knows before your mind does. That relief is not betrayal. That relief is truth. If 2 or more of these are true, you are not in a rough patch. You are in a toxic situation, and staying will not fix it. It will only cost you more of yourself. Now let us talk about the fear that keeps people stuck. The fear that if you leave, you will become the bad guy. Here is what you need to hear. Leaving a toxic situation does not make you toxic. Let me say that again. Leaving a toxic situation does not make you toxic. Manipulators want you to believe that leaving is betrayal, that loyalty means staying, that walking away is abandonment. That is not ethics. That is captivity psychology. Loyalty is not a suicide pact. Loyalty is not required to be infinite. Loyalty is earned and maintained, and when it is consistently violated, loyalty ends. You are not abandoning someone by leaving. You are abandoning a dynamic that was already broken. And here is the distinction that matters. You can leave someone without leaving cruelly. You can walk away without revenge. You can close the door without slamming it. You can choose yourself without demonizing them. That is the ethics of walking away. So how do you leave without becoming bitter? That answer is coming, and it is the most important skill you will ever learn. A clean departure is not an accident. It is an architecture. Here are the 4 pillars of walking away ethically. Pillar 1, clarity of decision. Before you say anything to anyone, you must be clear with yourself. This is not a negotiation. This is not an ultimatum. You have decided. The decision is made. When you are clear internally, you cannot be pulled back into debate. Pillar 2, boundaries of engagement. You decide in advance what you will and will not do during the departure. Will you explain yourself once, twice? Will you argue? Will you defend? Will you entertain their accusations? Set these boundaries before you open your mouth. Then hold them. Pillar 3, neutrality of tone. The ethical walkaway does not attack, does not blame, does not list grievances. They state facts. They state their decision. They do not justify, argue, defend, or explain beyond one clear statement. I have decided to end this relationship. This is my decision. I wish you well. That is it. Pillar 4, finality of action. A clean departure has a clear endpoint. You do not leave the door open. You do not say, maybe someday. You do not leave hope as a weapon they can use against you. You leave and you do not go back. Finality is not cruelty. Finality is integrity. Here is the roadmap. Do not skip any. Stage 1, the internal decision. You decide alone, in silence, without their input. This decision is yours. You do not need their agreement. You do not need their permission. You do not need them to understand. Stage 2, the practical untangling. Before you announce anything, untangle the practical ties. Finances, housing, shared accounts, pets, children, legal obligations. Do not announce your departure until you have secured your exit. This is not deception. This is safety. Stage 3, the announcement. One conversation, one clear statement. No negotiation, no debate, no jade. I have decided to end this relationship. This is my decision. I am not open to discussing it further. Then stop talking. Stage 4, the post-departure boundary. After you leave, they will test. They will call. They will text. They will send flying monkeys. They will escalate. Your job is not to respond. Your job is to hold the boundary. Silence is not cruelty. Silence is completion. Stage 5, the grieving. This is the stage everyone skips. You will grieve. Not because you made the wrong decision, but because you are human. Grieve the hope. Grieve the time. Grieve the person you thought they were. Grieving is not regret. Grieving is healing. Before you walk away, ask yourself these 5 questions. 1. Am I leaving to punish them or to save myself? If your primary emotion is revenge, wait. Revenge keeps you tethered. Leave when your primary emotion is peace. Revenge is not freedom. It is a different cage. 2. Have I done my part to communicate clearly? Not endlessly, not pleadingly, but clearly, once. If you have not clearly said, this behavior hurts me and needs to change, you owe that clarity. If you have said it and nothing changed, you owe nothing more. 3. Am I expecting them to understand? Let go of that expectation. They may never understand. They may call you crazy. They may rewrite history. That is not your problem. You do not need their understanding. You need your freedom. 4. What would I tell a friend in this situation? Now tell yourself that out loud. If you would tell a friend to leave, stay, or wait, apply that same compassion to yourself. 5. Am I ready to feel sad, even though I know I am right? This is the hardest question. You can be right and still be sad. You can make the correct decision and still grieve. Sadness is not evidence of error. Sadness is evidence of heart. Let yourself feel it without letting it stop you. Let me tell you what not to do. Because the path is littered with people who left the situation but carried the poison with them. Pitfall 1. The revenge exit. Do not try to hurt them on your way out. Do not expose them publicly unless there is a safety risk to others. Do not try to make them feel what you felt. Revenge does not heal you. It binds you to them. Pitfall 2. The explanation spiral. Do not keep explaining. One clear statement is enough. Every additional explanation is an invitation to debate. You do not need them to agree. You do not need them to understand. You just need to go. Pitfall 3. The door left open. Do not say, maybe someday, unless you mean it. False hope is cruelty to them and to yourself. If you are leaving, leave. If you are not sure, do not leave yet, but do not leave with a foot in the door. That is not kindness, that is cowardice. Pitfall 4. The social media performance. Do not post about your departure. Do not hint. Do not subtweet. Do not seek validation from an audience. A clean departure is private. Performance is the opposite of clean. Pitfall 5. The post-departure stalking. Do not check their social media. Do not ask mutual friends for updates. Do not drive by their house. You left. Now stay left. Every check-in is a small re-entry, and re-entry is how you get trapped again. Walking away is not the end. It is the beginning of something new. Here are 5 practices for the days, weeks, and months after you leave. Practice 1. The no-contact commitment. For a set period, 30 days, 90 days, a year, commit to no contact. No calls, no texts, no just checking in, no looking at their social media, no asking about them. No contact means no contact. This is not punishment. This is detox. Practice 2. The replacement ritual. Every time you want to check on them, do something for yourself instead. Make tea. Call a friend. Go for a walk. Write in your journal. Replace the old habit with a new one. You are rewiring your brain. Practice 3. The grief window. Set aside 10 minutes a day to grieve. Feel the sadness, feel the anger, feel the loss. Then, when the 10 minutes are over, close the window and go live your life. This is not suppression. This is containment. Grief contained is grief processed. Practice 4. The gratitude for freedom. Every morning, name one thing you are grateful for that is only possible because you left. I am grateful for silence. I am grateful for not walking on eggshells. I am grateful for my own calendar. Gratitude rewires your brain toward freedom. Practice 5. The future projection. Once a week, close your eyes and imagine your life 1 year from now. After the grief has settled, after the new patterns have formed, see yourself peaceful. See yourself whole. That future self is not a fantasy. That future self is waiting for you. Watch this again, because the first time you learn the stages. The second time you will recognize where you are stuck. The third time you will realize walking away is not failure. Walking away is not betrayal. Walking away is not cruelty. Walking away is completion. You tried, you communicated, you set boundaries, you gave chances, and when nothing changed, you chose yourself. That is not selfish, that is sane. The manipulators want you to believe that leaving is the worst thing you can do, because leaving is the one thing they cannot control. You are not abandoning anyone. You are abandoning a dynamic that was already broken. And you're allowed to do that. You're allowed to leave. You're allowed to be sad. You're allowed to be relieved. You're allowed to feel both. And you are allowed to never go back. Now you know how to walk away. Not because you are weak, because you are strong enough to choose yourself. That is the final evolution. Not the victim, not the paranoid, not the bitter, the free human being. And freedom is not something they give you. Freedom is something you take by walking away. Comment: I chose me. Share this with someone who needs permission to leave. Subscribe for next: how to trust yourself again after being gaslit.